Well, so much for this being the final Hollow Knight video. Just a few days ago, a user called Kohlevv was able to extract the text dump of both the Nintendo Switch and PS4 versions of Silksong, and while doing so, made an interesting discovery. It looks like these platforms actually both used an older version on release compared to Steam, which, guess what, gives us more insight into the thing we have become very accustomed to: cut content. Let's start with PS4 and the most interesting new revelation these text dumps give us. Earlier, it was discovered that Mr. Mushroom of all people had unused dialogue during his talk with the Faithorn, but all of these examples of the dialogue were not in English, giving us very poor translations. It turns out this dialogue was still in the game on the PS4 release, and here it is. Mr. Mushroom seems to be talking about some sort of war that even Grandmommy Silk could not pierce, and the only thing he could be referring to my knowledge is Mount Fae for some reason. The mountain is the only thing that comes close to the vertical size of the cradle, and with the amount of cut content surrounding it, like these old Faithorn summoning harps, it definitely has something to do with it. Noob would originally not give out the hints for the secret bosses, and the addition of her doing so does make sense even if it's not properly utilized. It can be a bit hard to keep track of all of this new stuff for players, so it is no surprise that this mechanic is a bit rushed. Seth and Zango used to lack their boss prefix, which is a bit awkward. I wonder why that wasn't included in the first place. Hardbone elders used to be called big hardbone hoppers, glad that was changed. Same with claw maidens being called hand maidens. This name can actually be seen in Ari's sketchbook. Finally, first shrine used to be called Citadel Shrine, which could imply that this name was chosen extremely late in development. And that's a bit weird to me, especially with how important the bell shrines used to be. And that's it for the PS4 stuff. Told you it won't be a lot, but we still got Nintendo to go over. This one is pretty funny. Chakra today references the Trail's end quest, but before she wouldn't. I think this is a good addition that goes in line with the character. Okay, the Drift Lane used to be called Snowdlin, and the Snow Shard, Ice Shard. This first one is really strange and maybe a super cheeky reference to Undertale. In specific, the town of Snowdin. We know that Ari has played Undertale according to this one obscure ass interview, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. But then again, it could be nothing. Ice Shard, on the other hand, was the old name of the material these bugs are created from. As for why it was changed, I got no clue. Snowdlin is a pretty bad name though. Wisp Thicket is one of the most mysterious areas in the entire game, with barely any material to actually discuss it. Originally, it was a lot bigger as well, and the old journal description of the burning bugs reflects that, teasing a bit more about their nature. They also have recently found cut behavior of mastery and subjugation, which is even weirder. I don't know, man, I really like Wisp Thicket, and I feel the way this area has like nothing going for it is kind of the appeal. These weirdos even appeared in Greymoor at one point, at least for a trailer shot. Who knows what they went through. Snitch flies used to be called Rosary Thieves. What a dumb name. Snitchfly rules. Another good addition is the description of the flint beetles, offering some more insight. Hawkers are one of the weirdest enemies. They just don't really fit the world in my opinion. Despite that, it is what makes them kind of appealing, and their new journal entry goes a bit more in depth about that. But the old one, oh man, didn't know these guys were aura farming, holy. The old name of the needle strike was Focus Strike. It also used to have some different patterns too. Now, there is also Mort's old dialogue, which was replaced by this pretty standard description of the Pilgrim's Way. But for some reason, he wouldn't actually say what was the point of the pilgrimage in this older version. I would assume the reason why this was changed is so that GMS isn't spoiled. But I don't know, honestly, I don't see a reason to change it. And finally, there is this mention of the Pale Mother from the Mask Maker. Before he would call her our Monarch, which I guess may have been changed to show how smart the Mask Maker actually is without wearing his mask. And that's actually it. I know this video may seem a bit anticlimactic, but I really wanted to make it and tie some loose ends within the cut content of this game. I hope you enjoyed this series of videos, and keep in mind that I've not covered everything. There is always more stuff to see and discover, and I hope some of you get to do that on your own. That's it from me. If you like this series and want to see more of it, you can support me over at my Patreon, while also joining an exclusive Discord server. Deltarune videos next, Sea of Sorrow as well whenever that is out. Thanks for watching and have a good night.